Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and all Venus signs up to and including the 31st of December. No, no, that's actually New Year's Eve, isn't it? Watch out for New Year's Eve. That's all I'm going to say. Clearly something going on for you guys. 31st of October 2020. Let's have a look at the themes for you guys for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. This is a general reading. Please take it as it resonates. If things don't resonate, leave it as it is. If things do, then take them. If I'm not picking up on your energy this time, I apologise. Check out another video. Could well be that next time round I do. Okay, so let's have a look for the Capricorns, what the theme will be for you guys up until the 31st of October, which is the full moon, the hunter's moon in... Oh, wow. This is awesome news. Okay, this is really good news. This is really good news. This is the sun. This is enlightenment, truth. This is done deal. This is spiritual awakening. This is honesty. This is children. This is fun. This is happiness. This is pleasure, right? We've got death. So there's out with the old, in with the new. We've got something shifting, a perspective shift. This is Scorpio energy and Leo energy, very fixed signs. Something is closing out. Something is being reborn, rebirthed. An understanding, a new awareness. An old paradigm ending, a new paradigm beginning. Behind the death card, as you can see here, we've got the sun in the background. And the sun is behind his head. There's a crown chakra awakening going on here. Someone's having an awakening. Right, let's have a look. What is the theme? Yeah, look. We've got learning from the past. We've got perception and learning from the past. This is a very keen shift in perspective. We've also got lightning. Okay, so we've got sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So someone's going to get some very, very insightful information that, again, maybe they hadn't seen. Perspective shift that is going to suddenly open their eyes up. We've also got stabbed in the back under the bottom of the deck. Let's hope that isn't the case, obviously, for obvious reasons. Let's get some more ideas here of what this is involving for the lovely Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. Capricorn, please, Spirit. Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's the theme, Spirit, please? What's the theme? Yeah, look. Yeah. So, there's going to be a shift here, okay, which that's kind of obvious. We've got choices to be made here. We've got love, the lover, all right? This is a choice in love. Possibly someone didn't acknowledge something, someone didn't see something, someone's been a bit confused about what the situation is about, how to understand it, what this is involving, right? Because they're going for a heart awakening. That heart awakening, and they may have blocked their heart, but this heart awakening is opening up them on a new level. By them opening the heart, is opening that crown. The flash of realization will bring that understanding, which will then close out an old cycle, which is going to bring a new one in, or so the theory goes, right? So that's what I'm seeing so far, but let's see what else is going to happen here. The sun has just moved. Why did you just move? It's like the sunflowers move towards the direction of the sun. They are changing. There could be moving, literal movement, moving house, travel. They're acknowledging something that they hadn't acknowledged. There's a hidden element here and a surprise that I can totally... The lightning makes sense. Yeah. There's something around money and abundance. It's like there's a manifestation ability here that when the heart opens, they're going to have an understanding that that's what manifests. There's a very clear kind of opening to this. Right, hang on. What is the deal for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. The scythe has got something growing on it. This has been a really long awaited decision and they're going to cut something off, and I feel like they're going to do it because it's been so long time coming that they're going to get the answer, and that's it. There's going to be this sudden epiphany moment with this. It's going to be a sudden epiphany. It's because something's going to, something's going to really happen to shake this up. We've got orphaned, so someone's going to really may do a bit of a number here. And then we've got regeneration, Pluto energy, Scorpio energy, which again would make sense for the fact that we're in Scorpio season. I just keep hearing the writings on the wall, but the writing's going to be so firmly etched onto this wall that you would have to be, Spirit and universe give signs. This is going to be a whole different level of signage that they're going to be given. If they haven't already, they probably already have. Right, can you tell me please, Spirit, what is the situation for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, up to and including the 31st of October. Right, that card wants to come out. What is going to be happening here with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please? Capricorns. Opening their eyes, I'm hearing that they're going to finally open their eyes. They haven't wanted to. Wow, look at this. Look at that. He's got the world. He's got the blue orb around his crown, that's truth. And he's got the sword that's lit up, which is acknowledgement, which is also enlightenment. The world is in his hands. He knows what he has to do. He knows what he's got to do. And it's a wise choice that brings success. Action. This is someone taking action. This is someone that's going to... This is how they're giving it to me. So we've got the veil that's becoming the most thin it can be on the 31st, right? And then we've got the full moon, which is the blue moon, hunter's moon, which is in Taurus on the 31st as well. We had the full moon on the 1st, which was in Aries, which is the Emperor energy. Okay, and that was in the harvest moon, the corn moon. The Emperor doesn't miss. It's like someone's shooting their shot here, but it's truth that was shot first. They're coming to an understanding of what this is really all about. They're coming to an understanding of what this really all is about. They know they're going to have to acknowledge the loss. The reason this has happened, and they've fought this for so long, is because they've got... so ridiculous. Because they're going to have to finally acknowledge that they made a wrong decision somewhere along the way. This is what this is about. This is what this is about, is that they have to acknowledge that this at some point was a wrong decision, a wrong move they made. And they don't, that's the whole reason they're not doing it, because the sun is also ego. It's an ego death. It's a literal ego death. This person is going to literally find out something here that they're, I feel like I've got a little bit of goosebumps now. This is a literal ego death. So let's say, for example, someone built a decision on a let's say a third party that they thought was their world, and soon discover that all is not what as it seems, and so their whole decision making for, I don't know, 2 years has been based on a lie. The Emperor doesn't like admitting those kind of things, all right? This is not something the Emperor is going to sit and be like, yeah, I've got to acknowledge to myself that this has all been a big lie, because it kind of, I mean, this is a reality shift. It's a paradigm shift. the world is completion and the sword of truth is clarity, they're going to finally understand the truth. And because of that, it's going to attribute to their ego death, which means it's an awakening that has an ending point. It's like the dark night of the soul, when you reach a certain point and then you come out of this kind of energy. It's the same thing. But something's going to be, I've got to laugh, this is not funny really, but something's going to be revealed that's going to, you cannot dispute it. The writing's on the wall. There's absolutely no disputing it. Because Spirit are going to sit there and go, right, well, you're confused still. How about if we show you this, like behind curtain A? You know what I mean? And they'll be like, you know what I mean? One of them. But something's being revealed that wasn't before. So part of the reveal is who their divine counterpart is. Time to take action, give birth to your dreams, creative projects will be successful, abundance and prosperity. They're going to learn who their person is. If they haven't already understood it and decided and worked it out what their heart wants and how to understand it, because the ego was blocking it, they're going to understand it. It's going to be one of the first, second things or third things that they realise once the whole situation tends to kind of, what was hidden will come to light. What was hidden will come to light. And as you can see, you've got the full moon in the background here. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. That's a card and a half. What else is going to happen for our Capricorns, please? Up to and including the 31st of October 2020. What else is going to happen between now and then for our lovely Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus? Okie doke. So between now and then, there's going to be a lot of this harsh truths that I feel they're emotionally acknowledged but maybe aren't quite acknowledged in the physical. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is essentially someone saying, I feel totally left out in the cold. I don't feel like I've got anyone, but Spirit is behind this energy and backing it, but they won't feel it. There's a loneliness here. There's also, look, can you see? You've got this lady with a cat. It's like that there's no connection. They feel like they've got no or limited connections to people. They're in a waiting process here, where they're trying to gain success, but things are not really working out for them. You've got a lot of arguing going on as well. A lot of discussion, a lot of mind games happening here. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles and the Dreamer. So we've got Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. Someone's going to get sucked into... So between now and then, I feel like they're biding their time because they know that they're not in a clear... They feel very lonely, but even still, they're going to wait to try and make sure that, they decide. If they're in a third party, if they're going to choose that. If it's a job, they're going to choose that. What they're going to choose, where they want to take their life, basically. The Seven of Wands, they're not standing up for themselves. There's a lack of confidence here, which is also not helping. They're also not challenging, who's challenging them, and they're just not in their power. And because of that, they're not able to focus on what they need to do, which is, again, it's like they're getting further behind this, because again, we're going to be hitting Scorpio energy with Scorpio season, and it's going to bring a lot of this up to the surface. Interestingly, we've got then the Six of Wands. Something could be something in the public eye here. It's like they're doing things with the least effort, because it's like they're running, they don't know what else to do. Yeah, there's someone around them that's got questionable motives here that I feel will be coming to light around this full moon. They're trying to learn how to make... I feel like this person is going to fall into a bit of a trap of... They're in a third party situation, choosing the wrong person. I think I've got to laugh. It's not funny though. I think it's done deliberately so that when this revelation hits them, it's going to be like, oh, but I invested in another person here. And then Spirit going to be like, yeah, we know this. That's why we had to hit you with this. So I feel like they're being led into this other direction very deliberately, so that when this revelation comes about, they're even more shocked because they're not going to expect it. That's another thing I'm hearing. And again, could be why the victory card is coming up, because Spirit are like, this is the way we have to do it, you know. But there's definitely a lot of belief systems that are being challenged. So let's have a look. There's definitely, again, we've got another reference to the choices in love here. We've got the lovers and the moon. So again, choices in love, but also confusion. So again, this is contributing to more confusion here. They need to heal. This is emotional healing. They're not making choices from the heart. They're being led into a different direction deliberately. They're being led into a different direction deliberately so that when the information comes to light, then that it will shock them out of whatever they're in. This is being done very deliberately. I'm not going to lie. This is the thing. They're not going to realise it because they're going for an ego death. They're not going to realise this. Yeah, look. They're moving on. If they're in a commitment, they're gonna make the decision to move in, stay with the commitment. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? But could be to do with money that they decide to do that, and stability. Could be to do with houses or something practical that they're going to decide to kind of stay in this environment for the whole one day that this is gonna be settled for. Because it's like Spirit are kind of like, no, oh, you're a bit confused, are you? Be careful what you wish for, because we're about to release all the information you're ever going to need to decide what you need to decide. And it's not about a decision, this is about a truth, right? And this is the problem. I feel like this person's gone upstairs going, I don't know what to do. And then they're in their ear going, you need to do that. And they can't hear them, or they don't see it, or they don't acknowledge the sign. And then the guides are like, well, look, let's give you another one. So they're giving them another sign, and then they're not paying attention to it, or they're ignoring their instincts. And then they're asking for more signs. And I shouldn't laugh, but they've done that with me. Because my guides, guides are eye rolling. They're like, yeah, you're one of the worst ones to do. Which is very true. They're all eye rolling me like, oh, yeah, we can relate to this one. So they're saying we have to make sure there's an element of surprise here, because they're not getting the hint, and they're very stubborn. Whoever this is for is very stubborn. They're saying, yeah, we can relate to that as well. This is not about me, but they're saying, well, it will be. Oh, here we go. So, Seven of Cups, make a choice. Everything's like make a choice, and it's like they're so funny because they're like, we've shown you what you need to do, but you're not listening, so we're going to make it so obvious because you keep asking for us to do that. So we're going to make it super obvious now, even more obvious than we would have done normally. Good luck. Let's see. I'm dying to get to the part where they tell us what this big news is, because like that's going to be interesting. I already feel like I want to... Look, this is no disrespect to anyone watching this, but I feel like I want to laugh. I already feel like I want to laugh. Do you know what's really weird? I feel like this is so funny. I feel like what they've done is they've told me the before, and now they've told me the after the revelation. But they didn't tell me the revelation. Because we've got the Two of Cups and the Wheel reversed. And then we've got the Ten of Swords with the Hermit, which is kind of like, you know, making the decision to walk away. Could be Virgo energy. And then the reconnection of souls happens. The bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. The decision is made. What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Spirit? Nope, they're saying don't use that deck to confirm. Good point. Good point, Spirit. What is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here, please, Spirit? What is the Wheel of Fortune? Ego death. It's an ego death. Strength in reverse with death. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is the ego death. It didn't need to turn because it was already here. The Wheel of Fortune, it changes when the situation changes, but the situation never changed. It's always been the case, but someone's been blocking it. That's why it showed it that way. So we're seeing afterwards where there's successful outcome and two people are getting together. I can't guarantee every single human being watching this reading is going to have that outcome like, so just bear that one in mind. But for the majority of you, yes, that this is going to be the case. But we want to find out what this revelation is, because they've been a bit sneaky here. They've given us the before and they've given us the after. And my guides are saying you don't want to know. Well, now I do. Now, actually, I think you'll find that I do. And actually, let's say, for example, I don't. Can we tell the viewers so they know? Okay, let's see. I can't hear you. They're just giving me a day. Hang on. Okay. Oh my goodness. They've just said Sunday, Monday in mind, right? And I'm like, oh, I wonder when the nearest Sunday is to this 31st. Well, the 31st is on a Saturday going into Sunday. So 24-hour period to 48-hour period after that is going to show the timing-wise for this, okay? So even if, let's say, you go, well, there's nothing happened on the 31st, this is clearly not for me. You need to give it a couple of days afterwards, because it's, do you know what? Oh my goodness, I feel like I've just, hang on. Do you know what they're showing me? It's like a reverber, I've got goosebumps. You know, a reverberation, like a loud sound that echoes. Whatever this is that big, it's echoing like this is a paradigm, total paradigm shift. So the collective is moving, it's not just Capricorns. This is a collective move, right? So I'm getting all kinds of, they're showing me connection points to like dotting to everything. What happens when you have a conscious awareness or a shift? Everything shifts. And if you've got more than one person doing that at one point in time, there's a big knock-on effect. What is the ego death, Spirit? What is the ego death? What is the revelation? Major disappointment. They're going to find out they invested in the wrong person. And they're going to be gone. They're probably not even going to look twice out the door. I'm going to be real. Let's dig. Why? What? Oh no. Karma. Karma. Wow. If this person, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm getting... there's a balance that's happening, and it's huge. There's a huge balancing happening here. The mask is coming off. That you cannot come back from there, because this is the thing. It's going to be so obvious what they did. I'll give you an example. If they invested in someone else and then the truth is revealed about this person, they're going to have to acknowledge that and they chose this person over you. it's going to be different for everyone, but what happened to you via this person is going to be, unfortunately, reflected to them. What else can you tell me, please, about this huge shift and this lightning striking? We've got the Prince of Swords. That's about a lesson being learned. Someone's learning a lesson. It's karmic. What did we get? We got the Sun again. This is enlightenment. The Sun again. Five of Cups again. What is the Sun and the Five of Cups, please? The Moon, secrets being revealed. There's a secret being revealed. What is the secret? What is the secret, please? If they're in a karmic relationship and they chose them over you, they're going to realise that this karmic also had other options, and exactly the extent of that. That's for some of you, not all of you. You're going to know if it applies to you. If you've never heard of that and it feels definitely not something that your person is involved with, it's not going to be for you. But for some of you, it is. All right, just take it as it resonates. Oh my goodness, this is deep. There was something mentally that was keeping this person staying there out of guilt and responsibility, that it's going to absolutely, this is like, I can feel the energy coming off this. This person's going to hit the roof. I hope I'm wrong. Because it's like everything that they'd been told was a lie. Everything that they had built into with this connection that was making them invest in it still was lies. It was like, what is going to be shown? Because this is like, oh my God. High Priestess. This is like this is the keeper of the secrets, right? This is everything that I feel was possibly hidden is about to come out. We need to find out more here. I feel like everyone's going to be different in this because it's a collective read, but I'm like, let's pull some of these cards. What is coming to light, please? What is coming to light? What is coming to light in this situation? What's being revealed? What is being revealed? Okay, I've got goosebumps. I can't. This is like insane. And I know I sound totally extra, but listen, this energy is not a joke. Like I take my job very seriously here, and this spirit are not. This is like I feel I've got cold everywhere. This was written. This had to happen. Okay, this is. If this doesn't happen, the shift that because whatever this new timeline is, it's not going to help. We've got judge. There's a judgment call being made here, but it's done by spirit, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. If again, avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. This is absolutely huge. This is absolutely huge. I'll be honest with you. I feel like it may be collective. I feel like this may be collective, but they're saying it is. This is a very collective energy I'm picking up on here. If you've got Capricorn placements, this will definitely be more for you. But there's definitely a collective energy that's influencing this. Mediator, gift of negotiating fairness and strategy in personal, professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So, spirit is stepping in here, all right? And if you do not understand how spirit works, you're going to get to see that firsthand. Maybe not firsthand, but certainly you'll hear the aftermath of it. You may not hear all the ins and outs, but you're going to see the knock-on effect to this. Can you see he's got a mask on here and he's got this world map. This is someone coming, this is someone rebirthing in front of people's eyes. It's like they're gonna hit the roof, because there's so many different things that are going on in this energy that it's even if I sat and listed them all out, I wouldn't cover it probably. Right, let's find out what's going on. What is this actual reveal, Spirit? What is the reveal with this? What's the reveal for Capricorn? What, apart from happiness? I love how, my God. Thanks, guys. Can we... I mean, don't get me wrong. That's actually what we want. Happiness, believe it or not. I mean, lovely. Look at that. See, look, this is... I mean, what a beautiful message. This is basically saying, look, whatever happens here, you're going to get some positive energy at the end of it. But, yeah, this is about responsibility and discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So this is what they're going to be learning, all right? There could be grief associated with this situation, but let's have a look. What is the deal here? There's absolutely, if they were in a state of denial, this is going to be so firmly wiped off the level of awareness, because it's like you can't... Okay, so that didn't really help, did it? Okay, let's keep using cards. What's going to be revealed, Spirit? What's being revealed in the situation with Capricorn on the 31st of October? What is going to happen? What's the High Priestess hiding? Okay, I've got goosebumps. Do you know, I've heard the High Priestess saying, I can't reveal that. Well, can you please tell me afterwards? Yeah. Let me tune into this High Priestess, because we're going in circles with these cards. And I know that it's because Spirit don't want me to know this. They're saying, don't get involved, Jale. let me just try and see what... And they're like, don't get involved. You need to listen to us. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me just try and summarise. They've just shown it to me in a feeling. Let me just try and centre myself before I start talking, because I'm going to cry. Every time that you've waited for this person to contact you and they haven't. Every time you've waited for them to acknowledge how you feel and they haven't. Every time that you've wanted them to speak out and they haven't. Every time that you've wanted them to decide and they haven't. Every time that they've spoken to you in a bad way or in a bad light and you felt terrible afterwards. Every time you've wanted something from them and they didn't give it. Every time that you've sat alone and haven't known where to talk to or who to go to. Every time that you've sat here wondering why you're continuing in this situation. Every time you've sat and had to explain to friends or family that actually you're going to just keep going with this, and that they look at you as if you're, you know, someone who's got 5 heads. Every time you've had to sit and explain why you feel a certain way. Every time you've had to sit and explain to this person what you need from them and they haven't been able to meet that. All of that in one energy is being hand delivered with a tracking number, reference point, GPS signal, satellite. It's literally like they've got laser vision toned in on the target. The fate has been sealed. The only difference now between now when you're watching this reading and the 31st is how much more is added on top. That's the only difference. So let's say, for example, you already feel like that's been a lot, and then between now, when you're watching the video and the 31st, that they start acting a certain way, and you're like, no, be careful, and they don't listen, or they kind of take it to the other end of the spectrum and make it... This is the thing. If they're doing that on some level, this is how I want to explain it to you. This person has to clear this. Because they feel a guilt. This person feels a very deep guilt, and what happens is they're manifesting a lesson for them to learn, right? And what they're doing is they can't live with themselves on a deep soul level that what they've put you through, and so they're manifesting them to learn a lesson here, right? Because you've got to remember, Capricorn is the devil. It's the shadow element, and this person's got a very deep wound here that it probably hasn't gone away. So they're manifesting an outcome that's going to immediately remove the obstacles and the blindfold for them to see. And this is what we're currently in. But you've played a part in that. Your karma with them has played a part in that, all right? If you're watching this and you're the Capricorn and you're the one that's, you know, gone through, you know, you're the other kind of cross-watcher, then just apply it accordingly. But we must tread very carefully in this situation now, because this is about to level the playing field in such an astronomical way. Now, I just want to give a bit of an insight, because my guides, they asked me to deliver this in a certain way, but what I'm doing is I don't want to deliver sheer panic, because that's not my job, right? I'm not here to panic people and scare people. The reason I'm talking in this severe type of way is because we have to acknowledge and honour the path of this other person who's very bravely decided to do it this way, because this is brave in my opinion, because I wouldn't do it this way. I'd learn the lesson. Even I would be like, listen, I'm out. I'll learn. But this person... wow. This person is so deeply ingrained in the three-dimensional that they know that if they don't do this, that this is going to ruin you and the connection. So they're pressing the reset button. They've pressed their own reset button. They've manifested it. Okay. It's actually incredibly brave. Whoever this soul is that I'm linking in with is extraordinarily brave, because this is not an easy thing. This is a very brave thing, in my opinion, because you're acknowledging that you're going to have to come into this life, because this was pre-set up, in my opinion, whereby you're not going to learn, and you're going to have someone that's trying to give, and you're still not going to learn. So you're going to arrange to press a reset button and just release everything that is blocking the connection in order to save the connection, because this person loves you very much, very, very much. How do you know if this is going to resonate with you? Good question. I'm hearing Louise, so if your name is Louise, then I would say most definitely this is for you. I'm hearing Bill. This could also be another name for you here that's associated. I don't know why, but I'm seeing links or chains in jewellery. So maybe you could have been given jewellery, or there was a gift recently. If you feel like the details, the specifics relate to you, then the outcome is most likely to relate to you. If you feel like things in the reading did not add up, then the outcome may not relate to you. All right. Just being aware that every single person watching a general reading, the outcome is probably not going to, apply to. You'd have to book a personalised reading for that. But this is a major game changer here, all right? And the outcome is not going to be the same. This energy, this person's not going to be the same here. This person's coming to you almost like hat in hand, as if to say, I'm sorry. I feel like this is their way of apologising. If I'm totally honest with you, I feel like this is their way of apologising to you. And it's like, can you not just give flowers? Like, why do we have to do this? But it's a soul lesson. And they acknowledge that if they didn't learn the soul lesson, that they'd have to go to this extent. Guys, thank you so much for your likes, your shares and your subscriptions. This was your reading for Capricorn. I'm not taking any bookings for personal readings at the moment, because the energy is absolutely all over the place, that I'm not confident that until this energy dies down a little bit. If you're watching this around the middle part of October, then this is definitely still applicable. However, if you're watching it in the latter stages of October, it could well be that the readings have opened up. I probably will open them up for November soon, but I would say check with me, because I want to make sure the energy is right here, because there's so much going on that there's no point someone paying for a reading and then 5 days later the whole situation changes, because it's likely at the moment. So check in with me if you are interested in that, and see where we're at with the readings. And then if we feel like the energy's settled, we'll book you in. All right. So guys, I wish you the best of luck here. All right. If this is for you, you're going to know, in my opinion. And I wish you, I keep my fingers crossed for everyone here. All right. And I wish everyone very best of luck. I feel like this is super dramatic, but it's a game changer in terms of soul evolution. It really is. Have a wonderful last part of October, guys. Take care until next time. Bye.